Rated Point Live. I can't blame anybody but myself for being late tonight. I will take the blame. But I come bearing gifts. This one is from GD. You wanted us to share this tonight? Think you all enjoy this one. There you go.
Oh no. God fucking.
You'll enjoy this one.
What the?
Someone's watching it on their phone.
Sorry, that was me.
You
Sorry.
ruined everything already. Got some intense villainous laughter. Just let everybody know. What's this? $10? Did you jack up the price? No, $10 for Mike to show Mike's feet. That's $10 for Mike. And $20 we'll get Mike Murphy back on and he'll shake his butt. And we know everybody wants to see that. Well, give some time, let some people filter in a little bit. Let's see. Before we do that, before we get into something, I want to talk about this. Let's change the thing here. I don't know if you've seen this, Piper, but I think you'll find this interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah. Saw this on Ethan's live stream this morning. Of course you would. Damn you, Ethan!
Welp.
Well, okay. I'm still going to do this.
I apologize ahead of time if you hear snoring, farting, or the fucking next door neighbor's music, because all of that's happening. None of it is me.
All right, Piper, what do you think of this?
The 12 most influential indie comics of the decade. Oh boy.
Sci-fi.
Boy.
Why is Amanda Waller in the top panel?
That one right there. Was it Fable? No.
No, we'll get to it. You'll come.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one right there. I like. I just can't remember what it was called.
So let's
I didn't finish it though.
Scroll down. We'll start off with this. Okay, so we got this one.
Wait, who decided this
Well, they
list?
did. Sci-fi.
Okay, so it's according to them.
Yeah.
They rate to them.
Yeah. So
All 12 for Garfield somehow.
What is it?
GD said all 12 were Garfield.
Well, this is a something awful list.
I'd take that's something awful list over this bullshit. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Apparently we have an offer here, Piper.
You show elbow.
Yeah.
That'll be $100.
Yeah.
Piper's like, you don't understand. My elbow's really ashy.
They have scars. Like I had surgery on my arms, so they are fucking dumb looking. And I'd have to actually take off clothes in order to show them. So they didn't finish Saga. That's what it was, and they didn't finish it. I didn't finish either.
So yeah, number one, they got Wicked plus Divine. Now I will say this art looks pretty nice.
Art looks good.
It's not, it's not like the best I've ever seen, but it's not terrible,
I've never heard of it. Are they ranking these like number one is the number one?
Who knows? Who cares? This is Sci-Fi Wire. We're just going through this because
I was going to say, because usually it's a countdown.
Yeah. Okay, and here's the one you're talking about, Saga. With Brian K. Vaughan and what the? I just noticed something. Words. Can't you just say writer? That's what they do. Words by, art by. They literally changed it from one listing to the next. Words and art. And then they go down here, words by and art by.
What the fuck? Yeah,
You know, we always find the
the
nuances.
saga is pretty good. I like
You know,
it.
so we always find the nuances and stuff, like the little small things that are stupid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is special. Because I guess, man, I wonder what all editors are doing anymore. Like, they all seem to be out of jobs.
Pretty much. Like
They're
all
all
the
hanging
editors
out the
got fired.
unemployment line. Like, they just post anything up there now. They don't.
All the editors got fired, and they just like
Yeah.
let people edit their own work, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
And then we got this Bitch Planet.
I had to read that to review it, and it was bad.
But it's one of the most influential, according to.
Oh yeah, this is influential, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it is. I mean, it's about feminism, basically.
It's everything you would expect it, right?
It was, yeah.
All right, then we got Prince of Cats.
Oh no.
Words and art by.
Words and art. Yeah. Prince of Cats is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet set in the 1980s Brooklyn during hip hop's heyday. It was groundbreaking for many reasons. Not only did Wimberly illustrate and write the entire saga himself, he used rap-inspired iambic pentameter to do it. Many Romeo and Juliet adaptations focus on minor characters from Shakespeare's famous play, but none are done as well as Wimberly, who chose Tybalt Capulet, Juliet's hot-tempered cousin, as the lens through which to retell the legendary story. Also,
Well,
it was-
sure,
Not
whatever.
even that original then.
Yeah.
So the
Wow.
asshole of the story. I'm sorry, Tybalt is pretty much an ass throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. You ever seen the one always starting shit?
Yep.
Yeah. That's right, because he was always trying to start shit, and then he killed Mercutio, right?
Yep.
And then that set Romeo off, and he went and killed Tybalt, and then everybody started wilding.
Yeah.
All right, then we got
The prince
How's
is
it
all like,
pick up the
I know he
story?
deserved it, but you're still staying out of my fucking town, asshole.
yeah. All right, number 5, we got the Lumberjanes.
I've heard of that.
I've heard of it. I don't think I read that one.
Once again, words. It took 3 of them to figure this one out.
God damn it.
One summer, a troop of 5 different teen girls attending a summer camp get lost in the woods, where they're set upon by a pack of 3-eyed talking foxes, whose howls beam lights in the sky that together read "Beware the Kitten Holy," and things get only weirder from there.
Is it kind of telling that I've never heard of any of these fucking things before?
Yeah. You know, I mean,
Saga was good, and freaking Bitch Planet was getting around for a while when it the first one came out.
Mhm.
And I think honestly everybody kind of read it and was like, oh, okay.
The best way to describe Lumberjanes is a mashup between Girl Scouts and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. All right, I'm done.
I don't like the art style, to be honest. If
It's
it's
very,
geared towards little girls, though, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, it's
But
kind of
most of those girls look like boys.
It's kind of like that, that Cal art style, but with flats.
Yeah. It's just not appealing. It's not something that would hold my interest.
Yeah,
especially that one with the side cut.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like all but 2 of them look like boys. So
it should have been 12 N hentai links.
All right, then we got Upgrade Soul.
Not heard of this one. Words and art by and now art's not capitalized.
Hold on a second. It took Ezra Clayton Daniels over 15 years to complete Upgrade Soul, and the process almost made him give up the medium altogether. Thankfully, he persevered, and in 2016, the 300-plus page graphic novel was awarded the Dwayne McDuffie Award for Diversity, only the second book to win the award. If it took a decade to...
How long have they been giving the award out for, though?
Yeah, at the time they said only 2. Yeah, it was the second one. Yeah, it's like
but
not taking anything from Dwayne McDuffie, obviously, but yeah.
Lost should be the most influential webcomic of all time.
I mean,
All right, here we go.
I've paid tribute to it several times.
Yeah, I heard of this one.
Oh, Kwanzaa. Oh, you named yourself after a fake holiday. Why?
What?
You didn't
You
know
know,
Kwanzaa
Kwanzaa.
was a fake holiday?
It's a fake holiday?
It's a fake holiday made by white people.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
It was invented by the
It was literally a
FBI.
fake holiday, so so the black people, so white people could feel better about the black people having something for themselves.
Oh my god!
And I think it's a little bit messed up that one of the big things to eat during Kwanzaa is fried chicken and
So,
grape soda.
nobody looked at this and was like, "That's a racist ass holiday. Fuck you guys."
It was like that.
No, they jumped right on because the white people tricked them into thinking it was an African holiday.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
The fuck, man.
Wasn't the guy who invented it an FBI agent or something like that?
More than like, probably so. Probably FBI, CIA, something. It was some. I bet you it was some kind of psyop.
It's always a psyop.
So what?
It's always a psyop just to see what they will end up at.
Neo-Wiccanism.
I still had to show Elbow guy on here. Hold on. All right.
Neo-Wiccanism isn't, although that was also started in the 70s.
Yep.
That was started to get the founder laid, as many great religions have. Like anything to do with Aleister Crowley, that was him trying to get laid.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go give you spoilers. Guess which two books were not on this list.
Cyberfrog?
That's one.
Deadbeats.
No. It said influential, not disaster.
Well, you said not on this list.
Well, yeah, that obviously it's not on the list, but I'm saying it's supposed to be in the 12 most influential indie comics of the decade, right?
Oh man, that's actually
See.
The diversity things.
That's going back.
Mm-hmm. So there's two. Well, but think about it. I want to think of both those for a moment. One, obviously, Cyberfrog, nearly $1 million altogether. I think that's pretty influential. And then the other is Jawbreakers. Richard C. Meyer, your boy X book.
Yeah.
And they are not on this list. I wonder why.
They weren't woke enough, man.
This is exactly what we've talked about before. And this is something that Cab has brought up when he's been on the show. This shit right here. Not only is Kareem one of the most powerful supers to awaken, he has no plans to live in the shadows. His journey and conflict with the older, more conservative members of the organization resonate with many readers, and it was optioned for a TV adaptation. That's the only reason these people do comics.
Yep.
They want TV shows. That's all they care about. Check Please. Apparently some hockey thing.
Wait, they did a sequel to Scott Pilgrim?
Oh, I mean, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's in Canada.
Yeah. Let's see what it says here. To the rest of the publishing world, Check Please seemed to come out of nowhere, but to fans of the popular Tumblr webcomic, oh
God.
I mean, that shouldn't even count.
Yeah. It's the most addictive soap opera ever. The story follows Eric Richard Biddy Biddle, a gay figure. Oh my God. Why is that? Why is that a big deal? Of course a figure skater is gay. 90% of the male figure skaters in the world are gay. Why?
He's just trying to.
Except for Brian Boitano.
Brian Boitano is. You're right. He is not gay. That's a man's man right there.
He's just trying to buy in on, or horn in on the Yuri on Ice thing.
I like this. A gay figure skater, blogger, and master baker from Georgia who joins a Northern college hockey team in his freshman year. The story follows his life on campus, his crush on the closeted team captain Jack, and the rest of the team year by year. The creator, name I can't pronounce, came up with the story of her, as her senior thesis, giving herself a crash course on the sport of hockey in the process. She's self-professed fan now. The series features a multi-ethnic cast, and of course it does. Tackles issues like depression and homophobia, no shit, and combines with the unrequited love and stress baking, all before midterms. Between a real-life Twitter account that person set up for Biddy, the fan fiction-like premise, and her manga art style.
Manga art style, my ass. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Oh no.
It's a stretch. The
He's
award-winning
Gary
series.
Stew on God top of being gay. Jesus.
And year 2 and year 3 volumes both raised $300K on Kickstarter.
Well, definitely congratulations.
Yeah, good job on making money. On that.
Because a lot of people that are trying to pull that crap aren't making money because those people usually don't buy comics. So them pulling that's actually pretty good.
What? They make gay figure skaters now? What's next? Gay interior decorators? Gay cake makers?
I like this one.
Change my name to Alexander Graham Bell because I effing called it.
I agree with this.
Yeah.
Anyone who draws human beings with a Tumblr permablush should be disqualified from making comics.
Oh, I'll say they're allowed to just stick to web comics, but they should never go print.
They should never be allowed to breathe after a certain point in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. There you go, Mike. Read that one.
Let's see. Grade 0.5. Most Canadian hockey teams at uni are all drafted players that need more work, but they don't want them beat up by the juniors.
Pretty much.
I want to know why figure
skaters hockey and Major League Baseball, they draft kids out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But even though they're drafted, they're allowed to go play college.
Which it's kind of fucked up, but at the same time, I mean,
yeah. And plus, it doesn't lock them into a long-term contract.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's that person could end up getting injured, and it's like, oh, it's a good thing we didn't invest money in this guy, because. Oh, so where were we? At number 8 or number 9? Okay, sex criminals. Oh, Matt Fraction.
What the hell's Matt Fraction?
Matt Fraction actually did X-Men and stuff back in the few years ago. So he's a known quantity.
So he did a story about Harvey Weinstein.
Susie is a librarian. What? Susie is a librarian. Has an interesting superpower. Susie is a librarian. Has an interesting superpower. I'm reading that right, aren't I?
Yes, you're reading that correct, and they are missing. Yeah. They're missing at least one word.
Yeah.
My guess is Susie is a librarian who has.
Yeah, it's either who or and has. Yeah, it's either who has and has. Yeah. When she orgasms during sex, she stops time. Oh. When she meets John at a party, they find out later that evening that he possesses the same gift. So they do what any normal couple would do with shared time manipulation powers does. They rob banks. Why? To save the library, obviously.
So he can do it every 30 seconds.
It's a kind of an interesting premise. Don't like the art, though.
Art's kind of eh. I mean, but like I said, I can't
say
it's
terrible. It's not.
Now this looks nice.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I've heard of it, I think.
So words by Marjorie Liu, art by Sana Takeda. Monstrous takes place in a steampunk fantasy world in the 20th century, Asia. Oh, it's right up your alley, Mark. Filled with humans, witches, and magical creatures. Liu's extensive world building and Takeda's museum-worthy art combine masterfully to produce a stunning tale of war and redemption, with a focus on the magical arcanics and their conflict with the witches of I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
Let me see. The Witches of... I'm lost. Where's the fucking word here?
Kamea.
Oh, Kumea. Yeah.
Come
Kumea.
EA.
Kumea.
Yeah, I was waiting for one of you to say it.
I was trying really hard not to. I was like, if you pronounce it this way, you won't say it.
Got a coo.
Mea.
Yeah. I think this one looks like kind of decent, honestly. Monsters broke through the massive indie comic scene for two reasons: lose epic world building. Oh yeah, but I said that. None. The comic doesn't hide the grim details of war, and Lou doesn't hold the reader's hands throughout much of the story. She provides exposition when necessary and lets Takeda's art breathe and do the rest. Even the most horrific bits of body horror is rendered in a beautiful tapestry of line work and color. The book has won 5 Eisners, evidence in its quality and impact.
Well,
I mean, it does look good.
Don't mean shit, but
yeah, winning awards, like an industry giving itself awards doesn't, impress me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that art's really nice.
That is a nice art.
Sounds like a good comic.
It sounds like that would be an interesting read.
Yeah.
Honesty. Okay, Deadly Class. Words by and Remender.
Okay.
You see, and
Words by and Rick Remender.
They forgot someone, or they added the ampersand.
Someone got unpersoned as a result of this.
Right, because it looks like there might be 2 artists too, but
art by
semicolon. Colon semicolon Wesley Craig.
Art by semicolon Wesley Craig. Who formatted this shit?
How bad this is just kind of reminds me of that thing they showed where Vox was talking about how the gig economy will be the big thing, and then California passes the law, and Vox gets screwed by it.
Yeah.
I like that one comment.
The awards are just giving hand jobs to themselves.
Yep.
Yep, that's why I don't really care how much awards something is. It just needs to be good or not.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Deadly Class. Homeless and hungry, Marcus Arguello is saved from being arrested by a mysterious Japanese girl with a samurai sword on a motorcycle.
Man, if that isn't fucking generic as fuck, I don't know what is.
Man, I am offended by that.
This is whoever wrote this is like, hey, you know what I like? Fucking Akira.
Yep. Stereotypes are awesome.
Wait, he learns of a Paramount theme park?
Oh, wait a minute.
Virginia?
Now, I think I'm going to say this. I think this is a conflict of interest right here. When blah, blah, blah. It turns upside down. Deadly Class was adapted for TV and ran for a season earlier this year on Sci-Fi. I call that a conflict of interest, my friend.
Yeah.
That should have been a disclosure.
That honestly shouldn't be on the list.
Yeah. Southern Bastards.
Heard of this.
Looks like bad CG, like old 80s computer game graphics.
It looks like something you would play on your Virtual Boy. Jason Aaron, he did he do Thor? Did he do Lady Thor? Somebody in the chat don't know, I'm sure.
I cannot fucking remember.
I want to say he did, but I might be wrong. Stereotypes are awesome. Fizz Giggity Foot Model 2020.
Let's take a look at his Wikipedia. Thor, Ghost Rider, Doc Strange, Avengers, The Other Side, Punisher Max, Scalped Wolverine. Something called the Inkpot Award in 2016.
Okay, got it. All right. Let's see what. Okay. Ulyss Boss is a big shot football coach of the Running Rebs in backwoods Crawl County, Alabama. And surprise, surprise, he also possesses the Moonlight as a crime lord. Disturbingly, most residents are actually aware of his crimes and look past Coach Boss's obvious criminal activity as long as the running Rebs keep winning games. But not everyone is so still about the illegality. What?
What?
Oh my.
What?
I'm going to continue reading this because it gets worse.
Yeah, I was about to say it gets worse, dude.
Yeah. Earl Tubb and his family have a very personal vendetta against Boss. And while there are no superheroes in this book, there is plenty of violence and lots of violence.
So much violence. You'll get so much violence from this book.
It's
an
violent, so
epitome
violent.
of violence.
It's so good. It's so clean.
So
Very
clean
good violence. Very good violence.
There's also a very long,
Personally, the most violent thing
run-on
I've ever seen. It's very violent.
It has the best violence.
The best violence. The best. Perfect. Yeah.
I
So we
mean,
got
I've heard of that one. I think somebody on the website I used to be on reviewed that one.
I'm so sorry for them.
I think they liked it,
I think that's a good point.
but it was also like an SJW site.
There are a lot of safe choices on that list, and there are a lot of ones without white people in charge. In charge, you notice that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unlike that last one, which it involves Alabama
Redneck
crime lords.
Yeah.
Who wrote this shit? Oh no.
Oh. Is that the person that got to pick them all?
I think so.
Rama Horn.
Probably.
Rama Horn is a contributing editor.
I would have laughed so hard if Deadbeats got on this list. And laughed.
Live host and co-host of Sci-Fi Wire flagship podcast, Who Won the Week. She provides commentary, reviews, and interviews for her popular website. God, you can't even format your fucking bio right.
Try and click through, see if it works.
All right, see.
If it doesn't, I'll laugh even harder.
Oh, it went through. Yeah, it went through.
Oh, okay.
God, her terrible. That looks terrible too. She also has another geek podcast.
Of no name.
Yeah, just don't even. Because she obviously doesn't have enough to do, she also co-hosts the Radical Geeks podcast, which records live every month in the basement of a Brooklyn comic shop. Karama has hosted panels at New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, South by Southwest, City Comic Con, and more. When she's not live tweeting, reading indie comics, or binge watching anime, she's usually looking for her keys, trying to keep her cat from eating all of her shoelaces. This woman does not do any of those things.
She's a terrible editor, and she should be fired from her job.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but here she does a podcast and another podcast, and we'll slide in this other podcast on here. Oh my God, that made me want to punch my screen.
Yeah.
This person is clearly not a writer.
But, come on, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Remind me to do... I've got to name something at some point. I got to name something at some point. Plenty of violence and lots of violence.
Yeah.
Your next two guinea pigs.
Yeah, there you go. Violence and violence. Which one's which? Yes.
This is plenty of violence, and this is lots of violence over here.
Which one's which? Exactly. Hold on, let me tag that. Hold on. Let me get that. Where is it? Yeah, there you go.
The best violence, the biggest, best violence you've ever seen. You're going to be so proud of your violence. Crema Horn? That sounds like the name of a weeaboo hooker.
That's a good question.
It's when you tweet out stuff as you're watching a show.
Reactions, basically.
You're doing a live reaction tweet thing.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I didn't know who people were in wrestling anymore.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Mike always did, but he did it funny. He just he said he would say bearded guy, and if it was like two bearded guys, he was like tall bearded guy is fighting a medium bearded guy.
I would say maybe two of them, Mr. Penn.
Yeah, I
how
would
many
say
actually belong on
Saga.
that list? I think Saga deserves to be up there.
Yeah, Saga deserves to
Monstrous.
be on there, and the that one with the
Monstrous.
the art that was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the good art one definitely should be there.
Yeah. What was that one? Oh yeah, Monstrous. Yeah, Monstrous. I think Monstrous looks just from looking. I don't know how it reads, but looking at it, that would belong on the list.
And you
And
really
I would
can't
put
go wrong
Saga
with
up there. Saga was a
steampunk
big
in
deal.
Asia.
So what now?
So you really can't go wrong with steampunk in Asia.
Yeah, exactly. I could get behind Saga and that one being on. So what would be? They're real quick. Let's do it like a top 5. Like we're saying, this is the most influential of this decade.
And I feel like they just looked up what's Tumblr's favorite comics right now. And then put them on.
Yeah. Let me check something real quick.
The sex time stopping one, that sounds like an interesting comic. But I don't see it as would be an influential comic.
Right.
At least not from, what she wrote about it. None of it sounded very much like it belonged there.
Come on, Piper. What's more influential than telling, readers, go have a lot of sex and rob banks for your library?
Well, one of the questions I have to ask is, what's the criteria?
Like how?
Yeah, that's true. What criteria they're being judged by?
Well, as number 11 showed us, being sponsored by Sci-Fi.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm looking at some I mean, if it's indie, I mean, what about Lady Death? I mean, Brian Polito's been, producing. I know it's an older book, but he's been making new shit indie, through Kickstarter for a few years now, and he's made a bunch of money. And Lady Death's always looked great, So
yeah, I would like to know what influential is, especially if nobody has heard of some of these.
Yeah.
Who is it influencing? Even if they really like the story's super edgy or woke and that all that shit. But if nobody's heard of it, is it actually influential? What is it influencing?
Themselves.
TV show contracts.
It's all self-filleting.
Yeah,
pretty much. I think I could agree with that. Definitely self-filleting. Definitely.
And I swear to God, it looks like Amanda Waller.
yeah.
That looks like a big woman. So I guess it's time to talk about some of the best reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, at the end of it, I managed to translate a bad film tweet regarding the Cats thing. We'll save it for after.
Okay.
Oh my God! It's like trying to read a fucking stroke victim who was having a stroke while they were tweeting.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So yeah, Cats came out and didn't do so well.
Wow.
The audience actually gave it an even better chance. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I think audiences are giving Rise of Skywalker a better score.
they haven't actually. There is no audience score yet.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
They're terrified.
Yeah, they're terrified they'll unleash that beast, I think. Anyway, let's take a look. It's PG for some rude and suggestive humor, by the way.
Cats pretending to fuck.
Now, Cats is terrible, but it's also kind of great.
I can understand that. Like a couple Zars, they were known as the terrible, but they were also great people.
It's hard to know how to react to cats, other than gape in slack-jawed amazement that they dared that the dare has continued for so long. There isn't much more to Cats than the experience of sitting back and watching weird-looking performers pretending to be cats while gyrating to Android Lloyd Webber songs.
Well, I mean,
Convention.
that's the musical too. So
Yeah, that's true. It's deliberate. I don't know how do you pronounce that word?
Doggerel.
Doggerel. It's nonsense. It's nonsense rhymes, and for a movie audience accustomed to traits and arcs upon which they can hang their interest, it's deeply boring.
Well, that's also a fucking Broadway musical for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's also Captain Marvel, but
yeah.
I'm gonna skip around on a few of these just to. I'm going to recommend Cats on Rotten Tomatoes because if you like Cats, the show, you're gonna love Cats the Motion Picture. I reckon.
I doubt that, honestly.
Yeah.
I've seen people who have seen both say this is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, Cats the Broadway show was just a Broadway show. It wasn't fucking Nightmare Fuel.
All right. I'm hoping I'll be able to find the ones that I was seeing earlier today. Those were hilarious.
From Edward Douglas from The Beat. Cats is the worst thing to happen to cats since dogs.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah,
one.
that was a good one, and that's on here somewhere. Let's see.
Cats turns the most vacuous stage musicals of the 1980s into a big screen litter box for the hammiest of stars to unload into it.
Wow.
Down. Damn.
I would rather eat glass than watch Cats again. But if someone were to put out a warts and all behind the scenes documentary on its making, I would watch the hell out of it.
There's a bunch of people in mocap suits.
You don't want to see the train wreck. You want to see how the train wreck was made.
Are all of the cats being held hostage? Clever boy. The look of the actress is so strange you can't get over it. It's the uncanny alley. Clever lad. The actors have tails and fur, but also hands. The lady cats have bosoms. Millions of digital effects have yielded the strangest species mashups in Manimal. Jesus. Holy shit.
Fucking Manimal was more tolerable than everything I've seen.
I don't know. Splice has been one of the weirdest I've ever seen.
Yeah, but that was intentionally done to invoke this effect.
Let's see here.
They were trying to make a hit movie out of this.
Let me see. If we got where's that? All right, let me get back over here.
The one fresh rated at the top.
I enjoyed the film for what it is. It's London's Got Talent for the feline set. Catastrophic special effects ruined Tom Hooper's adaptation of the infamous stage musical Cats.
Yep.
There you go.
Some aspects of film are genuinely good, but they're counteracted by so much stupid, creepy, and pretentious awfulness that it all comes together in a fascinating train wreck. You sure this is Last Jedi? I mean,
right?
Let's see. Years from now, there will be late night screenings of Cats with pleasantly drunk moviegoers bellowing for milk alongside Jason Derulo's Rum Tum. God, get out of here. Rum Tum Tugger and imitating Hudson's melodramatic styles. That's not funny. 40% of this movie is quite good. The other 60%, not so much.
I hope to God Cats does not become a floor show.
I like that one. Cats is the kind of bad movie you'll tell your kids about, and they probably won't believe you.
I'll put that to the side for a minute. Okay. Okay, let's see. Structurally, thematically, rhythmically, and the show is built around memory. If the song brings the house down, it's nothing else. But if it doesn't, ...
I like that positive one, actually.
I realize, quote, it's not that bad, won't be used in the Cats advertisement campaign, but it's worth noting that the peculiar musical does indeed have merit. Let's see. Oh, God.
Brace yourself.
Cats is coming.
All right, let's see. Let's look at another. This nightmare. This movie is a nightmare you let live out its 9 lives alone. Oof. Oh, and woof.
Yeah.
I hope that was the entirety of the review.
I think it was. No, yeah, I guess you could click full review and it shows the rest.
It's just like, Detroit news. Woof. Let's see. Meow. Well, I'm suppose the appropriate term here is woof. Cats, the adaptation of the Smash Broadway musical, is a real dog. Aw, but what we have here is future technology that, to borrow an old Irish phrase, needs to be put beyond use. Shoo. Cats is a special kind of terrible. No matter how ridiculous it gets, the Cats never once backs down. It's a train wreck from start to finish, but the sort of train wreck that captures your attention with its audacity and never lets you go.
It's audacity for existing. That's great.
Okay. Cats has beautiful production design, a few great performances by James Corden, Taylor Swift, and Ian McKellen, and spectacular choreography by Andy Blankenbuehler. But it left me just as confused as the Broadway show did, regardless of its hit status. A total misfire, nauseating, anemic, and cringe-inducing. The only way to experience it while clean and sober without any suffering is to wear eye shades and earbuds.
Less than 1 out of 5.
1.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Damn.
By the time I left the theater, I wasn't even sure what a real cat looked like anymore.
Oh, that's a good one. Here you go, Piper. I think you'll like that one.
Congratulations to dogs.
Dogs have won today.
Let me go see if I can find some of the highlights.
Doubtless lovers of Andrew Lloyd Webber will flock to see it, but it's as messy as a cat's litter tray. Oof.
Let's see. Finally, a whole new generation can discover that the Cats musical is about 2 hours of human-feline hybrids without genitals having no-touch sex and then begging for death via song.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
From Simon Morado of The Student Edge.
Oh my goodness. I feel the light inside me slowly fading.
Yep, that one.
From Ty Burr of the Boston Globe. Oh God, my eyes.
That's
oh yeah, I just got that one. We live in every viewer's memory now and forever. Its weirdness is unforgettable. Let's see.
From an Ellen Core from RTA, a paper in Ireland. First off, full disclosure, I'm not a cat person. Second off, after watching this frankly mortifying adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats, I'm not altogether sure I'm a movie person anymore either.
That one made me laugh.
Yeah.
There is a thin line between idiocy and genius, and Cats pukes a hair bow on it and rubs its ass all over it.
So like a real cat.
Cats is not a version of I'd recommend anyone being anyone's first experience in witnessing the renowned musical, and that's saying something.
Once Tom Hooper's 110 minutes of Cats are over, theater is dead. One lucky jellicle cat is dead. And we unchosen ones are left, tragically, to continue living.
Cats is for the dogs, but then again, even most dogs know to avoid the stinky stuff. If you'll find that in the end, you're still a dog person.
I like that one too.
I found Cats pretty bland, but it has the moments of catnip as a holiday movie option that anyone could see. It might be just the ticket. Guys, I think I'd rather see Rise of Skywalker.
Given the two, I'd watch Rise.
I mean, it would be close, or I might just like say fuck it and put Rambo Last Blood on again. Watch a good movie that gives me everything that is promised.
I like Cats and Rise of the Skywalker being in theaters at the same time. It's like witnessing a train wreck directly underneath the Challenger explosion.
Holy shit.
That was shitty.
Cats may flop, but it will be found by a like-minded audience, maybe the same one that rescued The Greatest Showman. Don't be the sourpuss to tell these people they're wrong. That's it's a bad review, but it gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm wondering why that's bad. That's about as good a review as it's gonna get.
Tiber, oh God, my eyes. 0.5 out of 4.
0.5 out of 4. Oh God, my eyes.
Oh God.
You won't be able to look away, but you might wish you could forget the memory of Cats by the movie's end.
Yeah,
How
there's
much
Alan
did
Core.
Angel Han or Angle Han or whatever get paid for that review?
It all just feels so wrong.
Oh, terrible.
Oh, we're getting into we got a few shill reviews here.
Oh no, that was a scroll up. There's one by like Angel Han or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Super show review.
I gasped with laughter. I covered my face. I pulled at my hair. I clasped my hands over my mouth to keep from screaming. Cats has broken me, and I'd never be happier.
From Mashable, so of course it's fucking shill.
Wow.
Oh my God, really? The Mary Sue? All I can say is that Mr. Mephistopheles definitely is the best. And maybe this entire movie is overtly sexual for absolutely no reason. So, fun for the entire family.
Is that a fucking good or bad or what the fuck?
It's Mary Sue, so yes.
Sound like they were bitching.
Man, 0 out of 5. Finding a high point in Cats, though, takes some serious scratching.
Damn.
All right, so here's a full review that I found that was hilarious. That was it's in Streamlinks right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then from a guy named David Ferrier.
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
All right, let me pull it up. Hold on.
And then after that, can we do? I want to spread the curse around to people because holy crap, was that?
I do like this one on the top here, though.
What was it? Oh, on a scale of 1 to Zembeka's, Hooper's cat boldly goes beyond the uncanny valley and creates a tier of its own.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to this tweet. All right, here we go. This is my review, Cats. Mike, you want to read this?
When I was 13, my parents started breeding cats. Burmans. Seal Point Burmans, to be precise. I would wake and be surrounded by cats, and all that cat life entailed. Kitten cats, male cats, female cats, cat cages, cat shows, cat breeding. Always the breeding, the eternal life cycle of the cat burned into my retinas, the yowling, the prowling, the fucking. When I was 25, I hung out with some furries in Hamilton. Charming folk, I really liked them. Loved Disney's films. Adored My Little Pony. They got turned on by putting on dog suits, fox suits, cat suits. Adults. All yowling, prowling, fucking. I'm 37 now. I've just seen Cats the movie. I've never seen the stage show, but I know the songs. I get the gist. Big songs, big numbers. This film is something else. I'm 13 again. I am 25 again. I'm at my parents' house hearing cats fuck. I'm watching a furry put on a cat suit. I'm watching Idris Elba nude as a cat. His ass is sticking out. I'm watching all the cats, legs constantly spread, gyrating, grinding, growling, yowling, prowling, fucking. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. This is what death feels like. This is the worst ketamine trip. This is awful. This is not a film. This is chaos. This is the CGI from Scorpion King. I don't know if I'm 5 minutes in or 5 hours. Nothing matters anymore. This is the death of all things. Fuck it. My man's was pissed off at having to see this damn thing.
Yeah. He might be slightly upset.
And one man's from Bad Films Take, bless his soul, found a review by a gay man that I had to translate because why the fuck not?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to put that one up?
Hold on. Oh my god! You'll look at this review and you'll see what I mean when whoever wrote this, they were having a fucking stroke while writing it.
Yeah. What?
They use so much goddamn shorthand.
What the fuck?
All right.
Once you see it, you'll be like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, that's
Which country uses the SKSKS thing for laughing?
Okay, so digital fur tech wig snatched. Wig snatching is gay for I'm happy to have witnessed this.
Okay.
Digital fur tech is just saying they love the CGI. Jason Derulo could tum tug me whenever he wants to fuck Jason Derulo as a cat.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is forever a queen. He really liked Taylor Swift's performance in this, and he loved him so much that he instead of saying ha ha ha, he put sk. Look at your keyboard. That's what they're doing. They're fucking up by putting sk.
No, there's a country that uses that instead of ha ha ha.
No, it is legitimately not that. It's just white girls not looking at their keyboards while they're typing. And he's like, I forgot. Top Hooper, Big Daddy directed this perfectly. He's saying Tom Hooper is his Big Daddy that he loves. That J Hud right there, that's Jennifer Hudson. Damie James, that's Judi Dench. And Sarah McLachlan, they deliver. I spilled all the McCavity occur. McCavity is a character in that fucking movie, in the show. And they're saying they spilled the tea. This is their whole opinion. And Furry Friend, great movie. I mean, this fucking thing reads like a goddamn stroke victim, and
sounds like somebody that would like the movie.
They love the shit out of this movie. And this thing is read like a goddamn stroke victim. Speaking of stroke victims, can we move on to Star Wars?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Is there a way to do it? Let me do the latest ones because there's been new ones now. Let me check to see if the audience scores have started. Yes. Holy shit.
Really?
That's actually surprising. Hold on a minute.
Holy crap! Are they higher than the fucking reviewers?
You'll see in a second. You'll see in a second. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Did you get a drum roll this time, Piper?
No, I forgot. What the fuck?
Told you. User reviews are pretty high on it. I saw it earlier today.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised the shills aren't panicking now. They're like, oh shit. Thought everybody would agree with us on this one.
Yeah. Where's the how do you get to the is there a way you can get to the audience scores? Yeah, there you go. But there are no feature reviews. Let's see all. There you go. Not without its flaws, but satisfying into the Skywalker saga.
Not.
Yeah. A story that took 42 years, 6 months, and 24 days to tell, and I love this movie. Okay, these are shills.
I was going to say, these don't even have real accounts or anything.
Yeah. The film was nearly perfect with stunning action, hilarious comedy, and great performances full of heat, but the big glaring issue with it all were a product of The Last Jedi. The action was both perfectly suspenseful and emotional. The comedy rarely ever felt flat, especially the more visually focused humor. And I felt a great connection to all the characters for both new and old. When the old ones, when they're on screen for 10 seconds.
And dead.
Yeah.
The only reason I saw the flaws of episode 8 affected episode 9 is because I felt as though JJ tried to merge his ideas with what episode 8 could have been with what episode 9 became, making the movie feeling a little cramped. Even though it felt a little rushed, it's overall fun addition to the franchise and a great end to the Skywalker saga. If the leaks are to be believed, the reason there's into the Skywalker saga because there's no more fucking Skywalkers.
Satisfying and fitting end are words from the Disney memo. They're common to the positive critic reviews too. Talking points with no real meaning.
Yep. Have you guys seen the trailer for Tenet? I don't know what that is. I'll check it out though. I'll check it out. Positive trolls, no negative trolls allowed. Oh, that's right. I remember. Oh, yeah. EVS started a thing today. He said they were going to troll positive reviews, just so it would have a higher audience score than Last Jedi, because they don't want a reason to give Roundhead back another job, essentially.
But isn't he already working on his own new trilogy?
They have said yes, but then they've said no, and then. I personally don't think he's going to get anything. I think that's just Kathleen Kennedy blowing smoke up his ass. Great ending to the franchise. Give the character impactful and development ending they deserve.
Yeah, these sound like they're just kind of farted out.
This film is a huge sorry for the fanboys that criticize The Last Jedi for being new and changing the Star Wars formula. And even bigger FU to the people who like and enjoy film. Jesus. Look, let's be honest. Last Jedi ruined the storyline. Really, the actors should have walked out as soon as they read the script regarding Luke sucking milk off of that animal, or the world's slowest space chase. So I blame them. This film does its best to deal with the Last Jedi's left things. In all honesty, this film would have been better if they increased the running time so they didn't have to cram in Star Wars. The Last Jedi wrapped up into this basically like a third of the film. Frankly, I think JJ did the best he could, and it worked. I don't think it worked.
I don't think it worked.
What a rotten way to end the saga. Avoid at all costs. Star Wars fans, even those who love the sequel films, you will still hate it. There is nothing redeemable about this talentless piece of lazy fan fiction. Oof. So great. Critics are crazy. Specifically, critics are crazy. That was... Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Finally, a good Star Wars movie.
Oh, wow. Finally. The whole movie felt that they were just trying to jam as much fan service into the movie as possible. So this is a franchise that has its problems, but it always made up for it by having a tight ending and cinematography during battles and fight scenes. But this final installment seems to be lacking even that. Oof.
Because that one scene they show of Kylo and Rey fighting, where they're just swinging at each other's swords. That's really bad.
Strong ending to an underwhelming trilogy. My top 3 Star Wars movies: Rogue One, Empire Strikes Back, Rise of Skywalker. Blech.
What the fuck?
Okay,
I mean, Empire is the only one that I would.
Yeah, the Empire is the only one I'd be like, okay, yeah. Sure.
I hate Rogue One.
Rogue One was not awful.
They ended it as it needed to be, and that's with everybody fucking dying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm from ye old school, where Kyle Katarn is the reason that the rebels get the Death Star plan, not some fucking nobodies that die at the end of their movie.
But at least they die at the end of the movie. See, that's the highlight.
Oh, that's.
But I'm just saying, not awful. I didn't say it was a good movie. I'm saying it wasn't awful.
Are they Force ghosts in Rise of Skywalker too? Because that would just make my fucking day of.
Awful movie, just awful.
I need to check with my friends who saw that. Okay. I'll be quiet for a second.
Messy to say the least. A total lack of respect to Ryan Johnson.
Wow.
Our worst fears have been realized. Everything involving Palpatine is just retcons within retcons within retcons. I can't tell what's more insulting, that Snoke was just his remote-controlled puppet body, that he's a cyborg zombie, or that he just turns out to be Rey's granddaddy out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Oh, this person says the worst movie of the saga. Holy shit.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, now that I think about it, it's not so bad as the original trilogy, which had like sister-brother kissing.
Mm-hmm.
They just kissed, though, and they didn't know that they were sister-brother at that point.
And then I don't... Does Rey and like Kylo know that they're aunt and nephew?
Well, let's see. He knows he's a Skywalker, and she knows she's a Palpatine, and he should at least know that, Palpatine is Big Daddy of both of them, which makes me want to vomit.
I can't believe that they retconned Plagueis.
They retconned all sorts of shit.
I like the idea of it, instead of like, they were trying to create another body to transfer their essences into, that they tried doing it, but the Force lashed out and created Anakin. I think that was a better idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, I needed some pick-me-up juice.
GD has a good point in the chat.
Okay, here you go. Why didn't the Force Ghosts, who can touch things now, of the slaughtered younglings, gang up and throw Vader off the Cloud City? Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. You see a bunch of like little kids just running up to Vader and picking him up and throwing him off fucking Cloud City.
Oh, wait, no, I know why. Because the younglings don't know that, Anakin,
well, I mean, that doesn't
Vader
fucking matter
Anakin.
anymore. That, just like, Qui-Gon Jinn will teach him when to get to the Force. It'll be fine. Go to the stump around the river and go to Uncle Qui-Gon. He'll teach you how to Force Ghost. That tickled Mike. Oh, man. All right. Disgusting. Oh. Disgusting. Extremely naive and full of fan service. Probably got half the script eaten by a mouse, but decided to run it anyway. The best thing that the Disney's trilogy ended. Products like Mandalorian are what we really want. True. Anybody who's not watched The Mandalorian, I recommend it, but I do not recommend getting Disney Plus to get it. There are other means, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Rise of Skywalker is not worthy to be called a Star Wars movie. And J.J. Abrams didn't deserve to play in George Lucas's sandbox. End of the Skywalker saga. It felt like a toddler was finger painting the last 25% of Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece.
Wait a minute.
Wow, where to start? The special effects are awful. The musical score isn't anything new. Even the prequels tried to innovate. The characters don't grow or develop. Rey continues being the biggest Mary Sue of the series. The movie is trash. If you thought The Last Jedi was bad, this is worse. So much worse. Guys, I'm gonna do something. I'm taking a page from Caleb real quick. Hold on. There we go. That's good. That's good right there. Yep. All right. Stop that. Share. I want everybody in the chat to apologize to this man right now. I already saw the movie via Hatcam. EVS confirmed every detail I saw. Grandpappy Palpatine gets no explanation. Evil planet killer ships are made of Minecraft TNT. Ben Solo gets shit on. Disney Plus, more like Disney minus. Ha! Got him.
God damn it! I watched it like 3 times.
Good job, Piper.
I think we all owe George Lucas an apology.
I already did.
I'm sorry, George. I'm really sorry.
I apologized earlier today.
We thought you lost your mind with the prequels. You know, you understand. We thought you were going crazy. I mean, well, I think if George here's the thing: if George writes the story but lets somebody else direct it, it's usually pretty good. Like with Empire. Did you know originally for the prequels, he was going to always direct Phantom Menace, right? And he originally was going to have Spielberg direct Attack of the Clones, and James Cameron was going to direct Revenge of the Sith.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
They would have had. Cool. He would have had like no man on his level just say no. We can't do this, man.
Yeah.
This is dumb.
Mm-hmm. Cider Hype has the right idea. I'm sorry, George Lucas. You were right. The saga ended with 6 movies.
Yeah.
He should have taken a page from Gavin. Stop at 2 trilogies. Don't go
to be fair though, somebody pointed out earlier that if that new Ghostbusters thing works out, I have a feeling that they're just gonna fucking yeet this trilogy and just be like, oh well, this is an actual new trilogy written by someone named Lord Jukas.
Lord Jukas. He's a Polish filmmaker.
I think it just they need to stop. They just need to stop touching it.
It's time to stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remind everybody, this property was profitable for 40 years until Disney got a hold of it.
Yeah, I'm with Game of Tron 3. Saga ended with 3 movies.
Yep.
Saga was 3 movies.
I think they were trying to they're trying to do the Marvel thing. They're just like, you know what? Let's just let this one studio just do what the hell they want with it. Unfortunately, Marvel is kind of one of those weird.
This is okay. I'm probably gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream for tonight, but I want to share something GD shared with me.
Did Mark get to say happy birthday to his friend?
No, I didn't. I was gonna wait till near the end.
So. Yeah. Well, let me share this real quick. Is this it?
Bitter one? No, it doesn't need to go into the Disney vaults because that means they'll eventually bring it out.
There you go. Mike, this is for you.
To whom does one report an abomination? A priest?
Bitter one. It needs to go where
she's an attractive lady, but then you notice there's no ears, and then something happens to your brain. It's just that screeching, clawing horror as you notice that the brain case is much too large. The eyes are much too small.
There was it's funny because Cider Hype said, and it reminded me of an edit I saw, right? It says, if Force ghosts are so powerful, why didn't Yoda come back after taking the long nap on Dagobah, get riggedy wreck the Emperor like while Vader and Luke hugged it out, right? There was this edit I saw. You remember that part in Revenge of the Sith where Palpatine was doing his lightning and Yoda was, absorbing it? in that cut, they had like they cut that in this edit. They cut out the part where they fell back. Palpatine goes flying, and he goes flying into the reactor, like in Last Jedi.
Mhm.
I mean, Return of the Jedi. And at the end of it, it's just got got Yoda going. Oh, let's see. He sent me another. Oh, Disney, Lucasfilm, Star Wars, profit and loss. Oh, okay. Let's share this, boys, before we go. Go ahead and do your shout out, Mark.
Okay. Yeah, this is to my friend Amy. Happy birthday. Hope you had a great one.
I hope Amy's listening.
Probably not. She's doing birthday stuff with family.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, where's I need the key. Is red loss? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. So this is the acquisition. This is where they bought when Disney bought Lucasfilm. So they bought it for $4 billion. Then they had production and marketing. This is what they made off Force Awakens. So they haven't recouped their money.
Yeah, nope.
Nope.
I don't think any level of shyster math is going to be able to hide any of this from the investors.
If anything, they've only what they might have gotten maybe a billion, 1.1 billion, maybe. If I'm looking at this line right,
it's about.
They're still negative $2 billion.
Yeah.
I know they're still negative $2 billion. Well, actually almost 3. But yeah. Yeah, if I'm looking at this chart right, yeah. Because red is loss and green is profit, Well, okay, what was this for? Oh, Rogue One. Holy shit. They made nothing on home video. And neither did and not much for that one either.
Well, they don't make much on video.
Yeah. But honestly, okay, it looks like Force Awakens made the most. Well, that's obvious.
Yeah.
That's because we were all optimistic and stupid.
We did not realize that we were making the monkey paw wish.
Yeah.
Last Jedi it barely made a profit. And then fucking and Solo made nothing.
You notice each time it looks like they're spending less on marketing each time.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Like they're trying to save some money.
I mean, I think it was The Last Jedi. They blasted out marketing for it, and it fell short of expectations. And people were like, "Why the fuck were they advertising this so much? Because it was so crappy."
Now you look at the box office take from Force Awakens here. Basically, 2.059 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the box office take here for Last Jedi. You nearly almost $1 billion between the two. Where if these were made well, those should have been increasing each one, kind of like the Avengers movies, right? Each Avengers movies went up. These were going down. I forget. I'm not. Honestly, I would kind of, I understand why they put Rogue One and Solo in because they are Star Wars movies, but
but it's still them using what they bought, yeah.
But even Rogue One made $1 billion, and that was what I call an offshoot Star Wars movie. Not a trilogy movie.
That's a Gaiden movie.
Yeah, and Solo, goddamn, that was just like, please, why?
Yeah,
that was like they spent $500 million on production and marketing, made 385, but lost a lot of that to the theater take. So they made nothing. I mean, they were in a deficit on that one.
They made less than nothing on that one.
Yeah. They didn't. So, okay, wait a minute.
Man, they have not made their money.
I got some mathematics here. Give me just a second. Where's my calculator? There it is. Okay, so 250, of course, plus 250. That's 500. 500. Okay, so that's the marketing, and they lost what, another 128 million to theater release, right? 128 million. Okay, that's 628 million. So minus 385 equals. They lost $243 million on this movie, on that movie.
Oh, on just that movie?
Just Solo. Yeah, on just Solo, they lost $243 million. Holy crap.
That part is it's not a bad movie if you look at it as not a Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm. Being happy back when Disney bought Star Wars is the monkey's paw that has curled into a middle finger.
Yep.
Oh, we got our usual one thumb down.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Vicky.
Right? I'm like, I wonder which person
Which weirdo is it? It's one of those weirdos, right?
Yeah.
I think every week, every time we get a thumbs down, I'm gonna say hey to one of the random idiots.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's time to end the stream. Tomorrow night, we're going to have on a guest. His name is Chimera, and he is doing a book called SOS. It's currently on Indiegogo. And yeah, we're going to have him on. Be fun. Stop sharing. Yeah. So, gay bisexual Lando didn't go over too well. And also, I don't think they like to pick that he was wanting to screw his robot.
Robosexuality is a sin.
Yeah, dude, Solo was terrible because they decided, you know what other characters we haven't fucked up yet? Yeah, let's go fuck up those two.
So, Judge Dredd isn't a bad movie. You don't look at it as a Judge Dredd movie too. Yeah,
that's true. But you kind of have to, considering I am the law.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bad movie if you punch the wall with your head until you can taste yellow.
Wait a second. Is that something about being Asian?
No. You might be able to. You might go Bill Walton on us though. You might start talking about how you can taste colors and you can feel sound.
Thank you, GD, for getting the reference.
In fact, Bill Walton made he was doing commentary last night, and he said they were talking about, they showed an outside vista, and it says, "Oh yes, it runs through the Virgin River. I love me some virgins." I was like, this old man crazy. Well, anyway, guys, like I said, thanks so much for showing up tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, like I said, with Chimera, who'll be doing SOS. We'll talk about that. Have a good time. And we will see you then. Y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.